In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Yo, what is going on, you fucking martards out there? PWHustle, and here we are. It is Forbidden Door Sunday. I got the crew with me. We're not complete, though. The masked man is out doing his studies, trying to become a doctor, trying to get his PhD in full-on haterism. You know what I'm saying? A player haters degree, as we say in the streets. That's what he's getting. So, in today, for him, we have the man without a kingdom. The man, the mind of America, the man Jamal Snow. What's going on, brother? And of course, joining me as always, my other broadcast brother, my other Hustle Life family member, the most scholarly, the most magnanimous, the most effervescent, the most objective, the most stupendous, the king of the motherfucking hoopla, and the most glorious man in the YWC punditry, Chabel de la Cruz. How are you all doing, fellas? What's going on?
I'm going to give it to Jamal. Go ahead, Jamal.
Yeah, we're doing real good, man. That was a great intro for both people. Nobody does it better. You should take what's dude's name, Michael Buffer. You should take his job. He's ready to get out of here.
Thanks, Bruce Buffer is the new Buffer, one, man. Yeah. All right, so today's Forbidden Sunday.
I'll say this, inflation is a motherfucker, guys. I can't afford the $2 for the AEW Forbidden Door tickets that are available right now on Ticketmaster. I can't do it. I need to save my $2. It just
okay. Let's start with that. I've been seeing this post everywhere. What the fuck is that? I haven't really read into it. I just saw some shit for $2, and I thought they were saying ticket scalpers were selling it for $2. So what exactly does that mean? What's going on with this $2 ticket shit?
In layman's terms, Track and Jamal, if you want to chime in, they're saying that the scalpers, overvalued AEW Forbidden Door. They bought the tickets. Of course, I'm not denying that it's a sellout, but the scalpers thought that they could buy, they could resell it at a higher premium and get mounts and mounts of profit off of it. They couldn't. So now on the last day, these tickets, it could be obstruction view, could be a little bit higher tier. It's not the lower tier. Don't get me wrong. The front row and the second to the front row is good. We don't have to worry about the TV camera views, guys. But the back views, those are $2. That's all I know from.
Hey, shit! If I was in Chicago, I'd pay $2 just to go there. I don't give a fuck if my view is obstructed. I'll watch from my phone. Fuck it, just being there live is good enough as it is. And hey, end of the day, they sold out. The scalpers may have overestimated. That shit happens all the time. I remember I was at a fucking Stone Temple Pilot show, and the scalper gave me a free ticket because the shit just was not moving like that, even though the show was sold out. I was at a Pussifer concert last night. Same thing happened. Motherfucking Maynard was like, "Oh, you can't use your cell phones." Then I sent a tweet out telling them that I'm going to ice grill his ass, and they suspend me off Twitter for a fucking week. Apparently, Twitter thinks ice grilling is some sort of a threat. Do no black people work at Twitter?
What the hell is a Pussifer?
Pussifer is the lead singer from Tool, Maynard James Keenan's side band. So other than the Perfect Circle, he has another side project called Pussifer, and they just released a new album not too long ago. So I went to the show last night. It was fucking great. And then I think Maynard got a peek at me in the audience because he said, "Okay, you can use your cell phones now." It just happened to be the last song as well. But I got I got fucking banned from
Track, you
Twitter
really,
for a week.
Track, you really think people from Silicon Valley knows the term ice grilling? No.
Well, I thought we got a representative out there on the West Coast, man. I thought Jay Snow was mad cool with Elon Musk. What the fuck happened, man? I thought freedom was back. You know what I'm saying? What happened, man? But nah. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, we got Forbidden Door tonight, and this pay-per-view is motherfucking cursed. Okay, it is cursed. I don't know if Tony Khan slept with a fucking Creole woman from New Orleans. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I don't know if the fucking New Japan upset the ancestors, but I'll give you a little piece of what might be going on, okay? When New Japan shut down the Hustle channel, we told them revenge was coming. We told them that. We didn't say when, we didn't say how, but we said revenge was coming. So, fuck with us again and see what happens. But anyway, the opinions from you guys, we'll let brother Jay Snow go in first, and Professor, you come in as always after that. So Jay, what you got, man?
Lots of injuries changing up the card. You know what? At first, I thought that Daniel Bryan injury was a work, and I thought it was just leading into the storyline. But it turns out that he might actually have a real life injury. People are speculating that it could be a head injury or dealing with concussions or whatnot, and we all know that concussions and Daniel Bryan are best friends and the worst enemies, and you can't really mess with that when it comes with him and his head trauma. So we're assuming that's what it is, and so he's out of his match against Zack Sabre Jr. Then you also have CM Punk out, which puts the AEW world title up in the air, and they're having a new interim match. I think that makes it more interesting, though, because before it was like CM Punk's winning. Now it's kind of like stuff can kind of move around and things can happen because it technically doesn't matter until, he's going to come back and still be champion. So those are my thoughts. What you think, Professor? I see you scratching.
He's chomping at the bit. Look at him. He's chomping at the bit. He's ready. He's ready. Go ahead, Q. Go ahead. Hit him with it, Q.
I got a couple of points here on the Forbidden Door curse. That motherfucker Danhausen, he lives his gimmick. Whatever he does, it's a curse on anything. So once Danhausen got on TV, shit just hit the fan. CM Punk's down, Daniel Bryan's down. Hiromu Takahashi's down, Ishii's down, you name it, they're down. Now, I could go with my conspiracy theory, and of course, Track was right that, we put the whammy on New Japan for what they did to us on the PWHustle channel, but that was during COVID. We really did a lot of, that was us on COVID. But I'll say this, New Japan, and this is just me, because I'm an island to myself on this, Jamal, but I've always said that New Japan sucked the blood out of Ring of Honor so much that by the time G1 Supercard that we saw at Madison Square Garden, everybody was reveling about the New Japan side, and the Ring of Honor side was just garbage. This is what New Japan does. They use everything in America to get over themselves. So now here we go. Here's another opportunity. You got Tanahashi. I like Tanahashi. I like Okada, but you're just pimping them out for Chicago. But you know what? I see them in America, guys. This is not a dream match to me. I've seen it for the past not 10 years, but the past 7-8 years with, by the way, that was called Ring of Honor War of the Worlds. That was, New Japan was there. There was Ring of Honor G1 Supercard. Jay White sold out the Garden. He's said that many times. So,
I thought it was Matt Taven that did it,
Wow.
Well, I say it's Matt Taven, but I'll fix myself track. But that's neither here nor there. But Okada's been in Chicago before. There was a pay-per-view called All In. So I'm not intrigued about this dream match scenario. The only dream matches was CM Punk and Daniel Bryan against anybody on that side. So with Daniel Bryan being down because of maybe allegedly concussion, the only thing I'm interested within this pay-per-view is just one match. Is it Cesaro? Is it Gargano? Or is it a wild card? Maybe, with the Daniel Bryan connection, and I'm going to put it out there. I forgot this guy. I don't know if this guy is still wrestling, but, he's never said he's retired. But Chris Hero? Would Chris Hero make an appearance?
Fuck out of here. I don't fucking know.
That's Chris Hero. Wouldn't that be great if he comes out and y'all would just lose your minds out of negative?
If Chris Hero came out, I would turn the fucking show off.
I want
Hell no.
I want to see a reaction from A-Track Brown if Chris Hero comes out from Forbidden Door.
Yeah, the reaction is going to be me shutting off my computer. That's exactly what the reaction is going to be. You're going to hear, what the fuck? That's it. But on the real,
the only acceptable ones are Cesaro and Gargano. Those are the only two that.
I say Cesaro. If it's not Cesaro, it's a disappointment. I don't want to see Gargano either.
I don't want to say. See, a lot of people are saying, if it's not Cesaro, it's a disappointment. And I guess, but a lot of people are hoping for Gargano too. Is from what I'm seeing. There's a lot of I've been going back and forth with one person, just fucking around because I don't really know who it is, but I was hoping it's Cesaro. But they're like, not Gargano. It's gonna be Gargano. I'm like, whatever. Either way, I was not even in favor of Daniel Bryan versus Zack Sabre Jr. I wanted to see fucking Daniel Bryan versus Okada or Daniel Bryan versus Shibata, but then I realized that match might just end both those motherfuckers' careers. So because originally the Daniel Bryan injury was said to be minor. They said he'd be ready for Forbidden Door. This is what Brian Alvarez first said. So, when they mentioned that Daniel Bryan is going to face Zack Sabre on TV, I said, okay, he'll be there. The announcement will be that he is injured, but he'll be at Forbidden Door. And then he said he wouldn't, and I said, oh shit, that sucked the air out of everything. None of this, none of what's going on the card has the real interest that you wanted it to have. When you first heard this card, you not even the card, but when you first heard the show, the possibilities were endless. Before all the injuries, it was, you can put this person, this is that person. Guy like me, first thing I said, Kenta, Punk, period. That's it. That's all I want to fucking see. Fucking Kenta got injured. Then Kenta was cleared. Then CM Punk got injured. I'm like, God damn, we're never gonna fucking see that match. And we need this. To me, that's like another version of Bobby Lashley versus Brock. It's just two small ass motherfuckers. But we need to see that shit. I don't care. Based off the GTS, yes, that's just a side diatribe. But in general, we always were thinking about the matches that could have been. Then the injury bug happened, and we had to deal with what we had to deal with. That being said, I still think the show is going to be good. I think it's going to deliver. The lack of matches that we wanted to have, that kills it. The main event, I have a theory myself on Tanahashi versus Jon Moxley. And JoJo Smith actually stole my fucking thought. He said it just like 2 seconds right before I did. I think Tanahashi's going to fucking win. And MJF is going to come in and take that belt off of Tanahashi. And then he will fight CM Punk and take the belt off of CM Punk. That's just my theory. But I'm also, I am semi-excited to see
How would he take it off? I mean, it's not like a catching like Money in the Bank style. He's got nothing to there's no reason for him to take it off.
They'll build something in. And he'll want to challenge.
I like the idea, but then he didn't win no Casino Battle Royal. If he did that, then you're right. He should have been. It should be. He can cash in like that.
I mean, yeah, but the Casino Battle Royal winner, is the one who gets the shot, and that was Jon Moxley, right?
No, that was just a.
I mean, no. That person,
ending, regardless.
I'm sorry. Who won that? That was Kyle O'Reilly. So Kyle O'Reilly won for Jon Moxley. So MJF is out. So all they gotta do is just come up with a story for MJF to challenge Tanahashi. Now, I don't mean MJF is out as an injured. He's just, as the script he's written off TV. You can write him back on. The story is the story that they make is on them, and it should make sense in some type of way. But it all leads back to Punk versus MJF, and MJF beating Punk and taking the title off of him, even though he didn't really have a actual run and he was hurt. So you keep the title on CM. You keep the title on both of them, and you build that story. Some fans might get tired of that, but
Well, I'll say this, and Jamal, you can chime in on this one, because my thought process here, no matter what, you have to keep a working relationship, no matter what, between New Japan and AEW, as positive as possible. So you got like 12 matches. So basically, you need either a 7-5 AEW win or 6-6 50-50 split. And you got to pick your 6. who in New Japan is going to win their 6, who in AEW is going to win their 6. So you got to do that. Jay White's got to win his IWGP match. So then John Moxley's got to win that interim match. Will Ospreay's got to win his match against Cassidy. So and then you got FTR. Maybe people say FTR's got to win both belts to propel them as tag team of the year, which I wouldn't be mad at. But I'm just saying you got to find your 6, to split it to make everybody happy. And that's a hard thing.
This card, aside from being cursed, seems like a booking nightmare. Like who can take pins, who can go over. It's like it seems like he would just have a lot of botch finishes or something. But I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out and have their fair share of legit finishes. But it's going to be difficult. Aside from the AEW World Championship match, which I think can go either way, every other match and the women's not even the AEW women's title, Thunder Rosa has to win, but we're not there yet. Yeah. But it is, it's a bit of a booking nightmare. They like, I don't know what's gonna happen. That adds some excitement to it. So yeah, I agree with the professor on those sentiments.
And it's like I said, I see FTR winning. I see them winning that. I don't see Cassidy beating fucking Ospreay at all, And again, of course, if it was supposed to be Andrade, that would have been for the better match, because nothing about Ospreay, at least the character, in my opinion, matches up against what Ospreay is. Cassidy's character and Ospreay character are two different characters, and it doesn't seem like that match itself meshes together. And I get it. They scrambled. They said, okay, well, let's go on Cassidy, because in defense of AEW, no matter how we may feel, Cassidy's over as fuck with the crowd. So you do have somebody that the crowd likes. It's not like they pulled out somebody who people just, go dead for when they come out. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like they had to be Max Caster. Even though he gets a hell of a reaction from the crowd. But I'm just saying it could have been worse. And Cassidy is going to put on a fucking match. Period. This match might just steal the show. I'm just saying that right now. This match might just steal the show.
Orange Cassidy and Will Ospreay?
I'm yup, because listen, again, no matter how you feel about Cassidy, the motherfucker can work. He can go in the ring. He can keep up
I never denied that. I mean, his match with Pocket, I think it was Revolution a couple of years ago. Cassidy, surprised a lot of people, surprised the professor. I'm not going to deny that. But you and I texted each other when that happened. I said, "This is a dream match." Wait, I wasn't dreaming about Cassidy.
It's not. And the fact that they even use that phrase, I was like, okay, stop. just stop, nigga.
That's my gripe. It was that dream match scenario. It wasn't a dream match.
It's like I see Sting's team winning because New Japan is just not going to disrespect Sting like that. They're going to be like, this is Sting. His team has to win.
Dudes with attitude.
Exactly, dudes with attitude.
You'd be surprised. Sting would respect the business so much that he would allow to take the loss to New Japan. He's done that in his years. He's done that in WCW years. He took the pin for Muda, your man, Muda in Tokyo. So he would gladly take the pin here. I'm just saying that.
Is it really a loss to New Japan though? Like it's the Young Bucks and El Fantasmo.
Yeah, and they got
it's kind of. Yeah,
it's supposed to be Red Dragon, Jamal, and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish.
Yeah, he got injured.
That's why that match don't make
Bobby Fish is down too.
Sense.
I didn't know Bobby Fish is down. Yeah, ooh, snap. So it's bad out here.
It's crazy. It's like a COVID remix, but with injuries. Like straight up, it's crazy how this shit happened, and it's been a bad fucking. I could say a bad June for wrestling. You got like we say, we got the Forbidden Curse or the Forbidden Door, and you got all those injuries. And now I wouldn't even necessarily say this is a fucking bad thing. It's only a bad thing if he's fucking innocent, and it doesn't seem like the man's innocent at all. You got more NDA allegations coming out for fucking Vince McMahon. So, Professor, being a Vince McMahon spokesperson like you so oftenly are, What are your thoughts on these recent more allegations of these NDAs and even more independent? If I'm not mistaken, there's another independent law firm looking into this. Talk to the people.
No,
Tell me what's up.
that's actually separate. I mean, again, it's all about the NDAs. It's all about the allocation of the money with the NDAs. That's what I will keep saying. It's did he use company money to pay off these women? I don't even know the number. But this is Law and Order Special Victims Unit. This is Law and Order Organized Crime. This is nothing surprising where CEOs do these things to women. And I'm not trying to make light of it. This is what it is. This is the reality of corporate America. Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis did what they did. I'm not co-signing that, but this is what could bring Vince McMahon down and could elevate people like Stephanie McMahon and Triple H to prominence. So if Vince McMahon can fight this, which is because you can't make him quit because he still has voting control. He has voting control of the stocks. So it's very hard. You can have all the stockholders say they can try to push him out. He's not going to take that like social media pressure, like, hashtag fire, Vince McMahon resign. He's not going to do that. He don't care. He's got voting control. But during the last couple of days, because of the market and what the market does, it reacts just like the market reacts to inflation, guys, where the stocks plummet. Crypto is plummeting. What happens with this? What happens with this public relations? What happens with the public relations? If you invested in WWE stock, your money value is plummeting. So they have to stop the bleeding as best as they can. So this could happen right now. In a couple of weeks, WWE stockholders and Vince McMahon will have kind of like this secret meeting, and they will kind of come to terms on compensation from Vince McMahon to step aside. That $10 million severance for him to walk away from the baby that he created, WWE, and let his daughter run it officially.
All right, so speaking of walking away, he hasn't been walking away. He's been coming out on fucking SmackDown. He's been coming out on fucking Raw. And Jay Snow, we need to know America's mind on that, man. What does America's mind have to say? The mind of America is here. I put you on this because I need to know what's going on in that freaking mind of America. You speak for the minds of America, so speak for them right now. Let us know what's going on. Why is he taunting and trolling the fans so hard?
Unlike the professor, I am going to make light of this, and my opinions are not those of PWHustle, so don't come after the channel. Look, I don't know how this world forgot or pretends that they don't know that women like rich and powerful men. It's going to be like that until the end of time. It's men with money and men with power, no matter if they're married or single, are going to have women coming at them from all corners. And of course, men are weak and they're going to fall. All right. So.
And now they got to pay child support because of Roe v. Wade.
Hey,
so I'm just saying.
Hey, no.
You want to talk about making light of it? Let's make a light of that.
Hey,
Maury Povich is back on the job. Maury Povich is unretired because Roe v. Wade overturned.
Maury Povich is coming back. Yo, okay.
That's true, but we don't have to worry about the Vince McMahons of the world. He can afford to have 10, 15 illegitimate children. He's cool. You know what? Like, men like that have been doing that throughout history. Kings have always had kids running around, living in brothels or whatnot that they didn't even know about. Nobody knew who they were. So this isn't anything new. I don't know why it's a big deal that a billionaire has a side chick and he paid her off. That's like regular. So
I'm so glad you said that because it speaks to what I was saying last week. All right. You're absolutely right. You talk about women like powerful men, women like men with money, a lot of women like that. Is it all women? Absolutely not. But when you put women in certain positions where they have to, feel like they have to suck up to a dude with power to get somewhere in this world, a lot of them are going to try to do that. Like I said, Vince McMahon getting sucked off is no different from some nigga at a fucking shoe store who's the manager getting sucked off. And I've seen that shit happen based off the fact that the motherfucker was a manager. Like, let me tell you something. I don't know. You out there in the West Coast, so you definitely see him out here. But Q and me really knows about this shit. Uh, uh, you go into your local Hispanic restaurant, you know, your malicones or your cuti frito shops or whatever, and you see the hot waitresses, and then you see the manager coming in, you know, the dude with the button-down shirt and the tie. He also still rocking the phone clip on the side of his shit because Dominicans haven't learned to move forward in that aspect yet. You better believe that he's fucking at least 3 of them waitresses because he's el jefe. He's the fucking boss. You know what I'm saying? You like the conversations that I've had with female wrestling fans, and I wanted to get some on, but they were having all their fucking free time going to the pride parade and shit. And shout outs to the community for their day going on tonight. Keep your kids away from that. You don't want them seeing people's booty holes. No, I'm dead ass. You go to that parade, all you see is a bunch of niggas walking around showing their booty holes. But shout out to the LGBTQ community for being yourselves. I support y'all on that. But anyway, so you do have these women who suck up to powerful men. I tried to get some chicks on to talk about it because we've been going back and forth, and I've been telling them, I'm like, yo, it's funny that you mentioned the king having concubines. You know what I'm saying? You know, the women want to be treated like queens.
Strack. You sure these girls was gonna come onto the Hustle
Oh,
channel without you blurring their face, without you like changing their voice?
I wasn't gonna
They
do
were gonna be
that.
proud and put the fist up, say, "I suck my boss's dick." Come on.
No, they ain't that type of chicks. They were.
Oh, okay. I just clarification.
No. They was giving an opposite viewpoint of what we're talking about right now. They were talking about how she could be a victim, and we don't really know if everything was consensual. And you talk about, you know, she was doing this with John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon, but the correct term that was used in the email was passed around like a toy. Now let's think about that. I, for one, I will tell you right now, I'm not a sharer. Nope. No way, no. My chicks is my chicks. My side chicks is my side chicks. Period. We ain't doing no freaky menage. Just for those who want to know, nah, I ain't into that shit. That's not my style. No judgment for anyone else. It's just I'm not a sharer. I don't share. I don't fuck with another man's chick. I don't share. So when I hear that she was being passed around like a toy, I think it speaks to the presidents that we should think about maybe she might be a victim in some sense of being used. No matter, no matter who it is, we can start the black argument, but we ain't gonna do that. We just gonna keep it in. We're just gonna keep it fair here. We're gonna keep the race thing out of it. But her as a female getting passed around from coworker to coworker, even I've seen that shit. And when I've seen that shit, that's when I start shaking my head. I don't shake my head at bitches fucking their bosses. But when they're going back and forth between certain people, that's when I start shaking my head, because that's when I'm like, okay, that's a little bit too much for me. That's just me. I could be a square on that, but that's just me.
She's been victimized twice. She's been victimized by being passed around as a toy, and now she's being victimized because she was outed by wrestling journalists. And of course, the IWC, YWC either will A, make a joke about it, or B, come at her like she is, she's a slut or whatever. She was trying to live a private life. She had her $3 million. She wasn't saying nothing. That's why I kept saying she can sue them because she didn't break her end of the NDA. They did.
Brad Coxstain Shepard was the one who released her photo. And, like I said, by the time I saw the shit, it was everywhere. That's why I was like, it doesn't make a difference if I share it or not. But he was the one who started the ball on that. And that's when the victimization starts coming in. Because damn well you're going to have ignorant assholes coming at her. And like the professor said, she didn't violate that. She was living her life. She's $3 million in the bag. Don't know how much she got now. Maybe she, invested in some NFTs or some shit like that. Who the fuck knows? But at the end of the day, she's not somebody who should be fucked with by, a bunch of niggas who can't get no ass, especially after they see her. Because, they're going to be like, God damn, I wish I was a fucking CEO. You ain't got to be a CEO. Like I said, just be a manager of your local fucking fast food restaurant. Find the nicest chick you can. Make it work your way. But just make sure it's fucking consensual. That's it. And women, like we said, we're going to go off on a little tangent here. I know I am. That's what we're going to fucking do. It's never going to fucking change. Okay? Yes, you could be my queen, but remember, the queen is just the king's bitch. That's it. R.I.P. Patrice O'Neal. Anyway, with that being said, we got John Laurinaitis out. I think Jeff Jarrett. No, not Jeff Jarrett. Who was it? Bruce Pritchard took the role. And now we have Triple H back in NXT. And according to some reports out there, Triple H has got his power back. So, if that's the case, and Stephanie's just the interim CEO, is this story actually true? And if it is, does that mean Vince might be gone for good? Because why would this man get his power back when Vince McMahon would just come back and say, yeah, pal, you're gone? What say you, Professor?
Well, it depends on the perception of power, track, because again, he doesn't have like voting stock power. He doesn't have that kind of power. The power he might have is, NXT autonomy, which is one thing that NXT was his baby. He nurtured it to the point where it was, and Vince McMahon was dissatisfied with the supposed Wednesday Night War ratings between themselves and AEW, which really makes no sense because half those NXT guys are already on AEW. So either way, you're still getting NXT. But that's another story. But if he's getting that NXT power back, I mean, what is it? NXT 3.0, 2.5? I mean, what are you going to change it again? You're not gonna do the NXT rewind. What are you gonna do? NXT nostalgia? What are you gonna call it? I mean, again, now here's another problem: the conundrum of this power, because who's he gonna bring back? Regal's AEW. Road Dogg he can bring back if he wanted to. If he wants to use Kevin Nash and Sean Waltman in more creative, creative power in NXT, I could see that. That's the only thing I would say. What kind of power does he have officially, track? I really don't know that term. And of course, you talking about Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett is taking some duties that Triple H had in the beginning with live events and stuff like that. So I don't know where the bringing this power is. Does he have power and creative? No, because Vince McMahon is still writing the shit. So what power, track? Please tell me what power.
All right. I'm gonna stop right here because it's 30 minutes, so I'm gonna stop it. The power that I guess he has is back with NXT. In charge of the young talent. You're right about people being gone. It's like that Will Smith meme of him just being in the house by himself. Just looking around. What is he gonna do with the Lash Legend and a Maggot the Stallion? And what is he gonna do well, he already had Phantasmo. And his name not Phantasmo anymore. What was his name now? Escobar. See,
Santos Escobar.
Yeah. So he's already worked with him, but there is a chunk of new talent that he has to work with. He's already been working with Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction. He had the basket of asses, so he already worked with them. Jamal, let me ask you a question. With he being back in charge and him having some type of power, do you think Triple H could fix the Sasha Banks relationship between Sasha and WWE, or do you think that's too late?
I think that's done. that might turn out really, really, really bad. I think Sasha might be black sheep if things are working out the way they seem to be. I think she might have like kind of that Ultimate Warrior Macho Man heat for
Chris Benoit. They freaking blurred out signs.
Oh no, I don't think it's that bad. But
they're blurring out signs. That's Chris Benoit levels bad, bro. That is Chris Benoit. They are blurring out signs.
They're not gonna pull her from the WWE catalog though. Like you'll still be able to find her on the network. She's gonna be a Hall of Famer one day. Like it's not that bad, but I think a reconnection is probably not in the near future. It might be a while before you see Sasha in a WWE ring, if all these things are true. But about Triple H, like sometimes perception.
The only one that can bring Sasha back is Stephanie McMahon. That's power. There you go. That's underlying power. Because
I'm so sure. Listen to Stephanie.
She's the one. She's the catalyst for women's revolution in WWE, guys. So Stephanie, bring Sasha back to the fold and bring her back to prominence, and tell everybody this was all a work.
I know Sasha did somewhat deny that any of this stuff was real, though, right? Or she was saying like the internet makes shit up. So
Yeah, I mean, to revisit the whole Sasha thing in general, to me, it's like if you're hating on Sasha because of what's been going on, and I haven't actually said this particular thing apart about the whole thing. The story of what she went through before when she wanted to leave the company is out there. You know, she like many others lost her passion for wrestling, went to Japan to find that passion again. You know, came back, tried to work shit out. You know, she wasn't being a baby because she wasn't going over. This was about stories. This was about talent. This was about shit making sense. And it's like if you're just calling her spoiled and a diva, whatever the fuck term you want to use, you're either purposely ignoring the story that's out, or you don't know about it. So I suggest, people, read about that story. If you already know about it, just fucking use your fucking common sense. She's not fucking leaving because she's not on mugs and she's not being presented on fucking marquees and shit like that. It's all about her passion for this fucking business. People have that. It doesn't matter. It's a never ending conversation that's always going to be had. But like I said, the whole fact of the matter is about Triple H, what he's going to do with the fucking company, or what he's going to do with NXT. Will we see a quick flip, or will we see a slow change? What's going to fucking happen? I don't fucking know. But all I do know is, if like I said, if he's getting all this power, is Vince fucking really gone? Is Vince comes back and just gets rid of Triple H again? So what is that?
Hey,
Well,
you know what?
People power first. You gotta take care of people power first, track. That's what it is.
Well,
Because,
he's gone.
if he's gonna
People power, at least for the time being. He took a sabbatical or whatever. So, and we knew that was.
That's what I'm talking about. You want to talk about power? If you bring people power back, then Vince McMahon really got power. That he hasn't lost anything. That's why I said there's a lot of smoke screen when it comes to the board of directors investigation. This is all about the money that was allocated. That's all it is. The board doesn't care about the girl who got the NDAs. It doesn't matter about the toys being passed around between the DPs between Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis. It don't matter. It's about that money. That's all it is. It's the bottom line, the money.
No, not just that. If he truly violated company policy, he could be gone. That's a violation. You're not supposed to fuck with employees. So if he violated that, can't they?
Let's not pretend like this isn't the King move. Like the king gets caught in the scandal. He puts his daughter up on the throne. Yeah. He puts his son-in-law next to her. Who I really feel bad for is Shane, because Stephanie has outplayed him in the company business so bad that like nobody even considers that he can do something. It's like, no, Stephanie's CEO, her husband is going to be controlling this over here. I imagine like the McMahon Thanksgiving photo. It's like Vince with Stephanie on the left and Triple H on the right, and Shane's at the end with his mom. It's horrible.
If they wanted to make a fucking a drama series off of the fucking not the WWE what goes in the ring, but the fucking office politics and shit like that, please, that shit will be
it'd be better than Succession.
For real, bro. It'd be better than Yellowstone. Motherfuckers would be good. And they would hate Stephanie. They'd be like, I hate this bitch. She's doing the shade. You see what Stephanie's doing the shade? Oh my god. This is the biggest piece of shit. How can he do that to that girl? She's a 15-year-old cheerleader. Oh my god, fuck that shit. I'm gonna start working on that. A-Track Brown gonna start working on the fucking McMahon series. Fuck that bullshit. And if I can't get their fucking permission, I'll call it the McVains or some fucking shit like that.
HBO Max. McMahon. That's the title of the show, McMahon.
Ass, if this was an HBO show, they'd be showing Stephanie getting bent over in the office. They'd be having Shane having fucking gay affairs in Thailand and in China. Fucking Triple H would probably be a fucking coke addict. Fucking John Laurinaitis would probably have killed a handful of fucking wrestlers with Vince McMahon. This shit would be crazy.
Again, I love the WWE Dynasty Succession kind of soap opera. I would love to see that. So go ahead, work on that track. I really want to see that. So I'll do voiceovers.
On that thing,
I'll be Pepe. I'll be Pepe the janitor. Seeing all the shit that's going on behind the scenes. I'll just have that face.
we're gonna be narrating the whole story from your viewpoint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you have to understand this again. What everybody in the IWC, YWC is saying with what's going to happen with Vince is they're going to lose. This ain't Google, guys. This ain't like these I want to say social justice warrior companies. WWE ain't a social justice warrior company. They try to be. They try with the be a star, anti-bullying shit. But remember, Vince McMahon is a carny. He's a promoter first, and all this stuff. He's been this old school business logic, and of course, Jamal said it eloquently about the king status. This is what Vince McMahon has been doing, and I named the receipts: the referee from the '80s, the Federettes, Mike McGurk. He's been smashing these chicks for 30 years plus. So there is he's got skeletons. He's got bones in his closet. But again,
all this does is just make him more popular amongst the WWE faithful. That's really all it does.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what you should acknowledge. What did the fans do when he comes out? They sing "No Chance in Hell" because we are Team McMahon. We got our fist up for Team Vince. Fuck the NDAs. That's what we're saying. Fuck NDAs. Let Vince just be Vince. That's what it is. We're allowing it.
And we talking about acknowledging, and I think it's time to acknowledge that for the 100th fucking time, we're getting Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar all over a fucking head. Jamal, I wanted to hear your thoughts on this, man, because I know you have some. So go ahead, yo. Tell us what's happening.
I'm not excited about this match. It was a meme before for their WrestleMania match. I thought it was overblown then, but now it's starting to become like an actual reality that this match is going on. Like, it's happened too many times. It's not a big deal. It's kind of it's a throwaway match, a filler match at this point. It shouldn't main event. I hope it goes first. That's my feelings. We've seen it too much. Like, and like you can't really do anything with it because Roman has to win. Brock, nobody wants to see Brock as champion anymore, unless he's going to be.
Sure about that?
I don't think so. You think he has like a championship run in him right now?
Oh, of course.
With Roman a year into a rank, like whoever beats Roman has to. Go ahead. What are you saying?
No, I said there's always a room for a Brock Lesnar run, no matter what, because it's always going to be entertaining.
Right now. Not with undisputed tribal chief Roman going on a run of his career. It can't be Brock Lesnar that ends it.
Well, the Roman reign is championship run is becoming the Roman reign of terror right at this point. It really is.
That's what it's going to be.
It's like Triple H all over again. It's just that for a fact that Roman's isn't backstage politicking over this shit. This is what they're doing, It's not up to Roman Reigns. It's really what they're doing. And for me, I'm like, listen, as long as this ends in two ways, and we discussed this before, I think we discussed it on the last show. If it ends with either Cody or The Rock, I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. Like I said, Brock Lesnar being in, we all know why that is, right? Randy Orton went down. Not that I let me tell you, I'm not gonna say I'm relieved because it makes it seem like it's a positive thing that Randy Orton is injured. I'm not saying it's a positive. I'm just saying that I'd rather see Brock versus Roman 40 times over than Randy versus Roman. That's how bored by Randy Orton I am. I just know. I'm sorry, and you got to take a guy like Brock, who's gonna fucking give you, a little boost in ratings and a little boost in ticket sales. That's why, you have people like, wait a minute, I thought Bobby was, doing all the motions and shit like that. Why not put Bobby in that position? Bobby Lashley belongs in a position to challenge Roman Reigns. It only makes sense. Yeah, it does. But the problem is they're not doing this in a small arena. They're not doing this, in the local not Yankee Stadium, but your local basketball stadium, arena, or whatever. This is a stadium show. Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns may sell out the United Center. It may sell out Barclays, but it's not going to sell out a fucking stadium. That's just not going to happen. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns may not sell it out, but it definitely helps. It'll definitely boost ticket sales, probably more than what they've gotten right now. So I'm saying this shit as a Bobby Lashley fan and as a reality person. You just got to understand that it's cool to have, but if you're trying to move tickets, because like you said, they already made their money.
To be fair, Bobby Lashley did sell out against Brock Lesnar in a football stadium for Royal Rumble.
It was Brock Lesnar. It was Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns is not.
The culture was half the audience, man. The culture was half the audience.
Roman Reigns is not
this
Brock
dude right here, this dude right here, guys, was like, yes. He was saying yes.
Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton doesn't fucking sell out SummerSlam either. It does not. Roman Reigns versus Brock does better than Roman Reigns versus anyone. No matter how you feel. Unless it's Cody at this point. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns sells more tickets than Roman Reigns versus anyone. Than Brock Lesnar versus anyone. So you can't put Bobby Lashley in that position because he's not going to move the tickets. Not in the stadium. An arena show, hell yeah. They probably would have given him the United. If this was because they don't do SummerSlam and fucking not SummerSlam, Survivor Series. They don't do that shit in big stadiums. If this was Survivor Series, I guarantee you, well, maybe not Survivor Series either because they do that brand. But then again, they would have did it.
They might not gamble that stadium thing for Survivor Series because they painted it so much.
You understand what I'm saying? A lower level show, Bobby Lashley would have gone against Roman Reigns. It just so happens that this is heading into SummerSlam, so they have to regulate Bobby to fucking getting oiled up by a nigga at the end of fucking Royal Rumble. You know, so
it speaks to a bigger problem. Roman Reigns is going to be the champion until WrestleMania, and it's going to be hard for him to keep up steam.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah, because like Track was just saying, who is he gonna face for these 9 months or so?
Jamal, again, I'm an island to myself. I want him to tie and beat Hulk Hogan's 4-year record. I want more. I got 2 years right now. I want 2 more years. We can do it. You're halfway home, Jamal. You're halfway home. Y'all gotta challenge y'all on this. Who's gotta beat Roman? I'm like, let Roman beat a record. I want that.
Hold on. Again. Put the reality caps on. It's fuck Hulk Hogan all damn day, you know? But let's be fucking real. This is 2022. You cannot have a nigga with a title reign that fucking long. You can't. I can't take it. I'm up to here with this shit already. You know, Paul Heyman helped, as a Paul Heyman mark, he helps make this shit more interesting for me. I'm glad that Roman Reigns has his Big Daddy cool Kevin Nash attitude. I've been saying that shit for years. So I'm glad they're finally fucking listening. I am so happy that he's over as a heel to the point where now he's on the line of teetering between heel and a tweener, which is the direction they should be going right now. Right now, okay, you know what? You want that? You gotta turn Roman face. You got to turn Roman face. You got to give people a new Roman. Same Roman, but a new Roman as in he's no longer a heel. He's no longer a big asshole like that. In fact, if they ever got The Rock, they can have The Rock turn heel and have Roman go face. The Rock can pull off being a heel, and The Rock can pull off. It won't be like the Royal Rumble when The Rock tried to get him over by going like this, just thinking it was going to work. Okay, you're giving him a story. You have The Rock work with Roman. You have, and it takes The Rock getting the Usos to turn on Roman, and while even having Paul Heyman be with The Rock, something that we've never thought we would ever fucking see.
You do that.
So
another idea. John Cena's coming back. He's never been a heel.
Talk about that, bull. That's not gonna work. Okay, you put John Cena as a heel against Roman Reigns, they're just gonna boo the shit out of both these niggas. All right, we've already seen that happen.
Hey, I got it. Jamal just made me have a wet dream. John Cena comes back. He's the mystery opponent. He's the mystery contestant in the Money in the Bank. He wins Money in the Bank and then cashes it at SummerSlam while Brock and Roman beat the shit out of each other. 17-time champion.
That's fucking broadcast right now. All right? Fuck that shit. Hell no. I don't even want this motherfucker on TV tomorrow. I'm going to be at work watching this shit. I'm going to have a fucking reaction, and it ain't going to be a positive one. Because god damn it, I can't believe this motherfucker's coming back. I don't even like Austin Theory, but the WWE just did their job. They made me an Austin Theory fan because we all been told, we all been reading that that's who he's coming after. Fucking Austin Theory.
I just wanted to have a dream. Can I have a dream? We all have a dream. Martin Luther King had a dream. The Professor had a dream. You know, he could be
Martin Luther King's dreams were straight, yours are gay. But understand something. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Your wet dreams and your sexual fantasies about John Cena means nothing. Because when John Cena has this match against Austin Theory, once again, the Professor and A-Track will do a reaction. So once again, like the reaction against him versus Roman Reigns, I can be proven right in these mean streets. Because this shit is going to be fucking awful. But y'all go ahead. Go ahead.
John Cena comes back, turns heel, takes out Brock Lesnar. John Cena, Roman Reigns, SummerSlam. Book it. Let's go.
My God. Pride month right now. Wow, that's all. That gives me pride right there.
Yeah, Pride Month, Pride Cena fan month. You know, Cena's out there probably at the Pride Parade being a phony, acting like he's fucking down, but probably at home saying all types of homophobic slurs because he's a fucking phony motherfucker. He's not real like A-Track Brown. He's been ducking me for fucking mad fucking years. Y'all all seen the workout video promo, but where's Cena at? Bending down for China. Fuck that nigga. But with that said,
we need a peacemaker version of John Cena in the WWE for 6 months.
You know, that probably would be kind of entertaining. But, you know, we're going to get out of here. So, Jamal, Jay Snow, let them know where they can find you, brother.
You can find me. I finally got somewhere to be found. That's crazy. You can find me. You can find me on America's Mind on YouTube every Sunday and sometimes on Thursday. But if you can't find me there, then I'm here at PWHustle when I get invited. When I'm not suspended. The Professor is Stephanie. I'm Shane. When I come back, come back when I can.
I got total power here. You are welcome. Don't worry about this. I got total power here in the PWHustle. And you can find me on the PWHustle Networks at podbean.com, where I host the most nostalgic podcast of wrestling entertainment out there, the Pro Wrestling Reflection Podcast with myself and the Tommy Wonder. Always every Sunday on the PWHustle Network.
And of course, you can find me, A-Track Brown, right here on the PWHustle, coming at you guys with the reactions. Got the Miss Marvel reaction coming up. I would say you guys would probably get a fucking review of Forbidden Door, but being that that shit's probably not going to end till 1 o'clock in the morning, we ain't going to be doing none of that shit, all right? So you can find me here at PWHustle. You can find me doing an interview on Johnny Odell's Patreon. So go on Johnny Odell's Patreon, sign up to that. You'll see the interview there. You can find me on Twitter at least 6 days later because I'm suspended right now at A-Track Dastardly, the number 8 TRAC Dastardly, and you can also find me creeping around the PWHustle Facebook group. All right, and don't forget, we are having a PWHustle giveaway. I'm giving away little mini figurines. I'm giving away G.I. Joe construction sets. And as soon as I figure out how I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna let you guys know. All right. So until then, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that fucking notification button. There's 3 of us on here, all right? So donate to the channel. We got to spread that trans wealthiness. I got to help fucking Jamal make this money so he can keep fucking doing his editorials and find out the real shit about Bobert being a pro-ho. I got to fucking pay the fucking Professor so he can go on his excursions and find more about Vince McMahon's NDAs and all this bullshit that he's doing. The Professor has been telling y'all all these years he's got the fucking receipts, and if you keep donating with your golden offerings, you can help us get this shit out even more to you. You can also help me with this fucking vinyl collection. I'm really trying to get this Tool vinyl. So if you want to donate, if you want a nigga to have a Tool and a vinyl, do that shit. All right. All right. We out of here. See you guys later.